folks, Chico Swavey here. Welcome back with another Path of Exile video. Now we're going to be doing some leveling of a new character. We're going to be doing a ranger for toxic rain leveling to eventually go for kinetic blast ranger. So we're going to go through the axe today here on the ranger using toxic rain. And I thought I'd show you some of the slow leveling processes that I use to level my characters when I'm just jollying through the axe. So, and some of the easy uniques you can use along the way. So, let me show you real quick here an example of the tree we're going to be using. Okay, so this is an example of the tree we got going on here for the toxic rainer and what it'll eventually look like as we level. The progression will be something like this. So Act 1, Act 2, 3 and 4. First lab we'll be grabbing Rapid Assault for Onslaught. 5 and 6. We'll be making our way over to Blood Drinker and up to Blood Siphon. 7 and 8. Making our way down to Watchtowers. And we'll be grabbing Quartz Infusion. And then we'll be going up to the Chaos Damage Skill Effects Duration node. And we'll be gathering Avatar of Chaos, and then Avatar of the Veil for our labs. Okay. So here we go. Act 1. New character Thursday.
Fine work with Hillock.
So I'm just gonna stick with Burning Arrow for now, so I'm able to pick up Toxic Rain. I've got the basic leveling uniques on. Tabby with +1 to socketed gems. Burning Arrow, Projectile, or Pierce, Poison, Bleed, Onslaught.
My mana is gone.
Should have grabbed another mana pot. I do that once I hit the waypoint. Even though I'm right here. I was able to sell one of my Mage Bloods with Pride Aura for a pretty good price. So it gave me the idea to fund this Kinetic Blast 5-way carry Ranger build. Now, I am by no means one of those people that levels the axe through the axe in like 3 hours, so please don't expect that. I like to take my time, kill some things here, kill some things there, do side quests. Let's go back and get another mana pot. Actually, what level are we? Yeah, we're level 3. Let's go back and get a mana pot.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
Hope y'all doing alright today. miss it? Must be on the backside. I didn't go far enough.
I'd almost... Be well.
So,
So we need level 12 for Toxic Rain, level 5 for Quill Rain, level 14 for Harry's Bite, and then we really start moving. Actually, I think I'm gonna switch to Split Arrow.
Farewell.
Oops. Sorry, you might not have been able to hear me too good. I have my mic pushed way away. Like I said, by no means am I a professional streamer. I'm just getting started. But yeah, just here for fun, trying to show some content. So if I apologize again for that. So we're switched to Split Arrow, moving much better now.
My mana is gone. Pain brings strength. That's nature for you.
Excuse me. I'm gonna switch back to Burning Arrow for the little boss here.
My mana is gone.
You know what? I think I might just go ahead, if I die again, and go grab that Coil Rain. The boss has so many ads, I can't do anything about it. There we go. Much better. Much easier.
My mana is gone.
Hey, how's it going? Good. It's going good here. Alright, hopefully we get a sentinel here. That'll help us get some levels so we can get to toxic rain faster.
My mana is gone.
What? Oh, there we go. That would be why I gotta change my loot filter. So I can see the stuff that we want to see while we're leveling. Yeah, I've been playing PoE for a while. I've been playing it since Harbinger League. I'm not the best player, but you know, I got some good knowledge going on. I got some really good guys in my guild that I get knowledge from, so we've come together and made a guild that's pretty good for farming and currency generating and mapping and challenge completions, so we do pretty well together.
My mana is gone.
What about you? You play PoE? Yeah. You have any favorite builds? Yeah, this league's pretty good. I really like the Sentinel league and just the mechanics behind it. It's definitely really good for leveling. I've gotten a couple hundreds already, so yeah, crafting can be difficult to learn. There's lots of good videos out there. If you're looking to get into crafting, I would recommend Craft of Exile, PoE database. It breaks down some really good information on what's available on the items to learn before you start crafting. Oh yeah, everybody's playing the RF this league. I finally got my Sparker Inquisitor up, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's really good for mapping and bossing and the Spark Inquisitor. I did a Champ Aura Stacker Sparker. I did a Shield Crush. I did a Holy Flicker Strike Necro. Now this is going to turn into a Kinetic Blast 5-way carry. Nice. Yeah. These Sentinel currency, the currency Sentinels, have buffed how much things drop so much. Yeah.
My mana is gone. As the prey grows more fierce, so must the hunter.
Oh, the mechanics behind the bosses? Is that what you're talking about?
I didn't mean to sell it.
Yeah, RF, unless you put like a mirror into it, it's hard to do consecutive bossing with it. It takes a while. You can generally get a budget RF for to survive a lot, but doing bosses with it is difficult. Oh, okay. Yeah, how to get to them, how to learn them. Yeah, makes sense. I've got a couple of videos up on some of the bosses that I've been working through. I'm going to be doing some more here in a little while. Doing this league, the end of the league here, for like information on that. So if you want to keep an eye out on my channel. There's other people that have videos out there. Plenty of, information out there for them. But a good... there's tons of really good cheap builds out there. Let me see here. Let me find... PoE Ninja. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Helps out a lot. Let me grab a website for you, and I'll post it in here. That's a really good build site right there. PoEbuilds.cc. It kind of sifts through the builds that are on the Path of Exile website and breaks down currency wise how much expensive and how efficient builds are. So you can look by Ranger, Templar, Scion, etc. And then you can break down, okay, there's an Alchemy Orb next to it, so it's going to be cheaper build. There's an Chaos Orb next to it, so it's going to be a mid-grade build. There's an Exalt next to it. It's going to be a really high-end build as far as how much it's going to cost me to get this build going. So, and then some of those builds have like transitional build guides. So you can get going started with the builds and then transition as you earn and generate more currency later on to evolve the build easier with the build guide itself, instead of trying to figure out on your own, okay, I've got more currency, now what do I do with the build? They break it down there for you real well. A lot of the things that my guild revolves around is doing that, is helping. Like, we've got some really good PoE ninjas, POB ninjas, you know, path of building that in my guild. So we help each other build builds or get builds and then complete them and make them better and, you know, for currency cheaper. So we do a lot of that in my guild. And then there's a lot of tutorials we do for folks that are new in my guild also that help them generate currency faster. So that's a big thing with Path, is finding a build and then being able to generate the currency to fund the build, you know. Ah, 2 more levels. Oops, didn't pay attention to my health. So there's a couple ways to find guilds in Path of Exile. There is the Path of Exile main website, and then there's a forum for guild recruitments there. There's the Path of Exile Discord that has a couple places that guilds can post for recruitment there. Yeah, it does get boring, kind of. I mean, Path of Exile is the #1 solo and group play game. Like, it's meant to be solo, but at the same time, it's also better being in a group. So, we have a multi-Discord that we play, and it's generally filled with a whole bunch of people every night, every day, because we have folks from EU, Australia, North America. So oh. That. Don't need that. I can put that on. But yeah, if you just check out those places, you can find some good guild recruitments there. Like I said, my guild has room if you're always looking for a place to try out. So just let me know. I can shoot you a guild invite. You can always check us out. We can get you in our Discord, hang out. Oh, there we go. I had to fix something, sorry. Alright.
My mana is gone. There's no justice in a place like this. Only misery.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll be around. I'm generally around most days. I'm retired, so. Level 11. Getting so close. Oh, you forgotten to pop the sentinel. Ah! Yeah, crafted building has can be quite intimidating if you're not used to it. I'm gonna do a video this league on it, like a basic how to, like, for beginners, and then probably next league I'll do an intro to more advanced crafting. Hey, welcome. Yeah, so there's a lot of good walkthrough videos and stuff like that. The tree can be quite intimidating, but the best thing I would recommend, if you scroll up a little bit in the chat there, poebuilds.cc, find a build that sounds interesting to you, and then just follow the build guide that you found that sounds cool. Make sure it says League Starter, because you want to get a League Starter build if you're new to the game, because that generally means the build is going to be on the cheaper side, so that way you can afford the gear to be able to generate, because as a newer player you're not going to be able to afford a lot of high-end gear at first, until you learn how to generate currency, and it generally takes a couple leagues to learn the game. And with all the changes every league, you know, it's an ever-evolving game. So every 3 months the game is adding new stuff to it. So you gotta, as you grab the grasp of it one league, then they're gonna change it in 3 months, and you got new stuff to learn, and then you gotta learn crafting, and then you gotta learn, you know, how to generate your own currency, and then you gotta learn how to do this and that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Lord Draken's right. There's so many build types for this game, which makes it the ability to play the game over and over again unending. Unlike Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 and those kind of games where you get stuck into just playing the certain type of build over and over and over again because it's the top end build. Here, there is no limit to what builds that you can play. You can play as many builds as you want. You can play different variations of the same build. You can, you know, because there's like, with the tree, and how complex it is, it's a good and bad thing. It's bad because it can be intimidating for new players, but it's good because it allows you to change how you're set up in the game. Like you can play off of life, or you can play off of a thing called energy shield, or you can play off a thing called low life. You know, so you could run around with low life but have mixture of energy shield and life. So there's a lot of different things you can do just with the tree changes to a build, and it makes it very interesting. Let's see if I can hit level 12 before we hit Brutus. Ah! Ah! Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a good game to try. Like I said, it's complex, but it's easy to grasp with a good group of people behind you helping you out, and that's what the guilds are for. And there's, like I was telling Lord about, is there's guild recruitment messages on the official Path of Exile forum, and then the official Path of Exile Discord. If you find that you're looking for one, you know, my guild is always taking folks, both new and veteran. And we have a versatile group that is there to help folks learn the game, learn how to generate currency, learn how to enjoy their builds more, learn how to improve their builds more. So my guild is based out of NA, but we have folks all across the world. So that way there's people on throughout all times of the day. So that way whenever you log in, there's people on, no matter what time you log in. Ah, where the hell? I think map sustain in this league is pretty good. I usually get, when I run my T16s juiced with scarabs and everything, I can usually generate 5 to 6 map drops every map. So I personally recommend that you run it off of the website instead of Steam. A lot of people play on Steam and they have no problem, but me personally, I always had problems on Steam, so I went off the client, off the website, just for lack of issues with performance from it. But like I said, a lot of people run it off of Steam and they have no problem. So that's, I think, really just a preference thing. I've never talked to folks that have run it off of Epic though, so I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, no worries. Come on, hit level 12. Ah, I'm gonna die. Oh no, I hit it. Alright, let's put up a TP. And then it will be toxic rain time. Put our belt on. Alright, I'll do that. can do void, so we'll drop chance to bleed. We can do FSC, so we'll drop onslaught. Huh, that's weird. Yeah, like I said, I don't know folks that have run it on Epic, but I'm sure there'd be no problem.
The tale of
So you use a currency called regrets to reset your tree, and you can reset it point by point. But yeah, it's a thing. Oh, thanks for the follow. Means a lot.
goodbye.
Okay. Get our skill point. And we'll put our dash in.
You managed to kill a granddaddy crab. A pity you couldn't lug it up out of the cave. A necromancer. I've traveled. Farewell.
Now, do a tree. So this is the big tree. It's very intimidating, like I said, for a new player. But once you start messing with it, there's an actual thing. So the regret orbs come from just anywhere where you're farming. So any kind of map, any kind of leveling area, it's just a random drop chance for them. And then yes, you'll be able to free to reset whatever you want, whenever you want. So if you mess something up, you just use regrets, and you'll get other currency that you'll be able to use called Chaos Orbs to buy more regrets from another player using the official Path of Exile trading site, which I'll go over in another video, how to trade currencies correctly and everything else, so stay tuned for that. That's going to come at the end of the league probably. Currency trading and how to make a little profit off of that. So we're going to set up a tree here so we get some more points before we take on Brutus to move on through Act 1. So we're going to be grabbing the projectile damage nodes. On the way out to ballistics. And then aspect of the eagle. Primal spirit to get some more mana back. And heart of the oak for the life. Yep. Like if you look here, I just did that quest. Where was it? Yeah, I did the Dirty Jobs quest here, and I earned 2 refund points. So if I messed up, I could actually just refund 2 points right there. But regret orbs are pretty common, and they're not too expensive to buy more if you mess up. Alright. Now I'll show you the toxic rain. And we got our ballista totem for toxic rain. So it's going to be extremely fun now. Smooth sailing for leveling.
My mana is gone.
Alright, here's the door.
Quite sure of yourself, aren't you, Huntress?
That was just my ballistas. I didn't actually fire toxic rain once myself. My favorite character probably overall is Flicker Strike. I love Flicker. I usually play it at least every other league, if not every league, of some variation. Ah. Just wasted that guy.
I would do for any wounded animal, Brutus.
The cool thing about Toxic Rain is it puts actual nets or vines on the enemies, so it helps impede their movement. So as you run past, you can just drop it, keep running, drop it, keep running. Oh yeah, first time through when you're like, oh, where's that guy? He's not in the room.
side by side. This is a strange land.
There's an Orb of Alchemy. Orb of Alchemy does the changing of a white item to yellow, which makes it rare.
Frankly, I would have stopped. Please understand that as a gentleman of honor, it pains me greatly to do this. Half my call for honor. Sure, were the circumstances reversed, you'll know this.
You were a good man in a bad situation, Fairgraves.
I recommend Toxic Rain for any ranger build. Even champion builds. It's so good for leveling. You can do Toxic Rain double with the Ballista and the Toxic Rain like I'm doing. Or you can do Toxic Rain Herald of Agony. Another good combo. Let the crawler come out and deal damage for you instead of the Ballista totems. Yeah. Playing hooky to play PoE, I tell you. It's tempting, isn't it? Especially this league, it's so good. Alright, so we're working our way, almost done with Act 1 finally. Couple more zones. Slow and steady. Like I said, by no means am I a 3-hour and done with the axe kind of guy. There's a lot of people out there that race through them. I like to just take my time and the axe right around like level 68 or so. So I don't have to spend too much time in Blood Aqueducts leveling up, and I can put most of my in-game gear on when I kill Catawba and hit maps. Yeah. PoE fix, right? I've tried hardcore a couple times. It just wasn't my thing. With the inconsistency sometimes and the lag spikes. It just, you know, the weird deaths. I think if PoE had like a death recap to figure out what killed you, I might go into hardcore, because then, you know, if something got me, I could be like, alright, let me fix that and then try again. Yeah. Something, you know, something to give us indications so we could improve or adjust, or especially for softcore, like that would be huge, you know. Once you get to those tier 16 maps and you're getting killed by arch nemesis mods over and over again, you're like, what is going on? Like, what is getting me? Oh, it's the chaos things. I need to adjust my chaos dot multi, you know, resistances and change my god, which in turn would mean I'll probably have to adjust my stun resistance, because everybody runs Brine King so they don't get frozen. Alright, here we go. End of Act 1.
Your love for a man, that's what...
Easy peasy. Alright. On to Act 2. There's the Chaos Sword we were talking about earlier. It reforges a rare item with new modifiers. And the modifiers we're talking about, I'll show you in just a second. Let me get over here to somewhere safe. Okay. So items have modifiers on them, and then if you select the option in your UI to see advanced settings, you can see the modifiers on items as they show up. And now the ones that I have are going to show unique modifiers, but normally they'll be what they call prefix modifiers, and you can have 3. Then there'll be suffix modifiers. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. Hello. Right now I'm running Toxic Rain. Poison Concoction would be a good starter. It's not horribly expensive to get going. There's some good Poison Concoction builds out there. You can find them here. But yeah, I'm doing a Toxic Rain for leveling, and then I'm going to be going Kinetic Blast, Raider for 5-way carries for my guild.
My mana is gone.
I return.
So we're going to start with the right side of Act 2 here. So your best bet would be to find a POB that has a leveling guide and a in-game guide. So the good POBs out there, and I know I've seen a Poisonous Concoction build that has a leveling and a in-game build, will have a selection for the tree and for the items and the skills that says leveling and then in-game. So they're drop-down arrows which will shift and adjust the items on the item side, and then the tree on the tree side, and then it'll have disabled and enabled skill gems for leveling. So now for 5-way carries, 5-way carries is what I was saying. Sorry, it might have not come across clearly. I was meaning the timeless 5-way carries with the emblems, with the Headhunter and the Kinetic Blast. Hey, welcome. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Yep, just doing a new character Thursday. Toxic Rain for leveling, and then it'll be a Kinetic Blast Raider. to do 5-way carries and the timeless emblems for my guild. Yeah, Poisonous Concoction is not bad for a new player. It's easy to understand, easy to adjust, and easy to shift into another build if you get bored with it. Yep. So there are two forms of Path of Exile. There's the standard version where the characters stay the same. And then there's the League mechanic style of Path of Exile, which changes and resets every 3 months. And it's like Diablo Seasons, where you got to start from the beginning again, level up new characters. And there's no power leveling, though, like in Diablo. The playstyle is a lot different. It's a lot more complex, but it's a lot more rewarding because it is. So I would definitely make sure you do some research to see if you're into it. Check out a lot of videos. There is a massive passive tree, as you can see. This is all the skills that you can pick up on the tree. And you have different starting areas. These ones that I'm hovering around with the mouse are starting areas depending on which class you pick out. So it allows you to go to different nodes easier. And then the nodes themselves give you bonuses depending on which ones you select. So which I should put in more points, actually. Let's see. We're going up now. We're going to go up to here. We're going to end up taking this wasting. So, heading to wasting. My fastest time to map, I think my fastest time to maps was like maybe 10 hours. Like I said, I'm generally pretty slow. It usually takes me like a day or two. Just because, I take breaks, get up and move around, do this and do that. I got kids, so but I'm retired, so I have a lot of time to play.
My mana is low.
My league starter, I usually go real slow because I generate currency first. And then go from there. But usually my second or third character I get done in a day or two. Yeah, 9 AF. That's a good POB then, because it'll let you adjust as you go. Level cap is 100. So but it's a grind to hit 100, trust me. One big factor to remember about Path of Exile is once you get past level 60, 65, you take 10% lost experience on your level per death. So if you die, you lose 10% of the experience you had on that level. So that's the big challenge behind Path of Exile that you have to overcome, is creating a build that can survive, that can deal damage, and can level itself to be able to become stronger and more survivable, to be able to get those points in the Atlas tree that you're after. So that's one big thing for new players to remember, is once you hit that higher level, you got to remember, I mean, you'll be in the 90s and you'll be doing a couple hours of grinding, and all of a sudden you die, and there goes 2 hours of work for grinding towards the next level. So I don't say it as a deterrent, I just say it as a realistic point. Yeah, no worries. Thanks so much for the follow. Alright, we got some beasts to capture for old Einhar. Do you not have nets, Exile?
We will be best friends, beast, until we slaughter you.
Like I said, I do a lot of the side quests, so just gotta bear with me. I like the refund points.
My mana is gone.
Yeah, most of my videos are geared towards beginner level stuff. I do some advanced level videos, but I generally steer towards folks that are new to the game to help them out. Because I was there once and I know how rough it can be. Yeah, the build I'm running now is great for leveling. On a ranger, it's good on a duelist. You can even get away with it on a marauder or a templar even. But templar's a little rough. You can still do it. but mainly for a ranger. If you're gonna do a build later on a ranger, like a raider or a pathfinder, or the oh, I'm drawing a blank on the other one. Deadeye. There we go. And you want to play a build that's going to be fast leveling, easily leveling, I recommend Toxic Rain. Because you're going to just fly through the axe. You see how easy I'm destroying things. Like I'm level 18 already in a level 17 zone. So... Right. Oh, yeah, the POV for this one. There you go. That's the POV for the Toxic Rain leveling guide that I'm running. Yeah, that's what I like about Path. It's you can try so many things and they either work out or they don't, or you can adjust them and then fix them, and it's like limitless, really. So it keeps bringing you back for more because it's the challenge of, will this work? Will this not work? If it doesn't work, how can I fix it? Can it be fixed? The golden hand. Yeah, poison concoction can be good. It does require a little bit of investment though, so you got to be careful there. So you got to have some exalts to throw at it to get it going. But it can be good in game. Like you can get up to T16 and on with it. Now I don't know about uber bossing. I don't think I've seen too many poison concoctions doing uber bosses. But that, you know, a lot of people aren't after uber boss farming, so they just want to farm maps and have fun doing that when they're starting out. So especially if you're just starting out, getting to maps and then getting into red maps is a good goal for your first couple leagues. After that, then you can start getting into the nitty gritty of how to generate currency to be able to get into the builds that are going to take you into those in-game bosses easier.
My mana is gone.
We're just running through trying to get to one of the bandits. For this build, we're going to kill all. There's 3 bandit lords in the Act 2, and you can kill or help depending on what you want to get for a buff. Most common, you're going to either kill all and get 2 extra skill points of using your tree, or help a Lyra to get more resistances and crit strike chance. But on the Toxic Rain build, we won't need crit, so we're just going to kill all and get those 2 extra points.
Looks like this land and I are coming to an understanding.
Oh yeah, the tabby. Yeah, tabbies are easy to get now. They're a lot cheaper. Plus 2, you can get a good corrupted one for a couple chaos, you know, more than a regular. Like, I'll show you the one I'm using. This is one that I corrupted. It's got the +1 to level of all socketed, or level of socketed gems. It's 946 here. Yeah, I have tons of tabbies if you need one. I have tabbies, I can give you one. Now we're gonna kill the bandit lord, so we're gonna drop our totems, or our ballista totems.
Your trouble.
Easy peasy. We're gonna pick up his amulet.
The king of rats. A feast for rats now.
Pop out of here.
I have traveled far. I have keep your wits about you.
I am the wife. You are dream tender. Yes?
Upgrade our flask.
Goodbye.
You and me.
What troubles you? Going.
Okay, we'll grab our chaos here. That'll give us more points. So I'm going to be doing a Toxic Rain into Kinetic Blast for a 5-way carry build with a Headhunter. Yeah, Skelly Mages is really strong. Are you gonna go CI or just low life or ES or what? Yeah, I got a buddy of mine. He's an officer in my guild. He's doing the CI version because he's farming simulacrums. Oh, hey, thanks for that subscription. It means a lot to me. He helps me to keep more content going. So.
Luxury and cruelty go hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, you see how well this build is playing. It's really nice. It's smooth. It does the axe really easy. I mean, you got the ballistas here, the ballista totems, plus the toxic rain on bosses that it melts them. Here's the tip that if you didn't know about the Chamber of Sins, if you're ever looking for the exit, it's always going to be in the direction of the waypoint, both for Act 2 and for Act 7. I've taken Toxic Rain all the way to endgame before. It's good all the way up to like probably red maps, and then it takes a really heavy investment, and then you gotta have like Herald of Agony to buff the bosses and debuff the bosses. So this is one of the trials of Ascendancy if you're not familiar with it. Just for the video cap. You have to do these as you're going through the acts on one character to be able to unlock the labyrinth later on. I'll show you in Act 3 when we do it.
My mana is gone.
Yeah, you can turn Toxic Rain into Poisonous Concoction. That's true what Lord said. You can do anything once you're ready. Yeah, you can change your ascendancies. Do you mean in general, or do you mean me right now? Because I haven't picked one yet on this character. Because if you're trying to change in general, all it takes is, I believe, 40 regrets, because it's 5 regrets per point of ascendancy to refund it. And then you go with it all refunded and run the normal lab again. And you can do this at level 90, 70, 85. Oh, after you pick one? Yeah. If you just picked one, you picked the wrong one, but you want to say the same ascendancy. So say like I went Raider and I want to stay a Raider, but I want to change my points. You just refund them, 5 refund points per refund of the ascendancy, and then you can change it. Now if you want to change the ascendancy type, like if I wanted to go from a Raider to a Pathfinder on a Ranger, it would require me to go back through the labyrinth on normal difficulty, just normal. You don't have to run the Uber. And then you get the option at the altar to change your ascendancy there to a different ascendancy after you refunded everything. So for this build, what you're going to use to start off with is Toxic Rain, Pierce, Void Manipulation, Chance to Poison, Efficiency, which I probably said that wrong, Mirage Archer, and then now that I'm high enough level, we're going to drop the Pierce and pick up Vicious Projectiles. And then it should be in the POB. Yeah, you can get that all from old girl that should be in your hideout. The Lily Roth. That should be in your hideout. That once you've completed on one character, the axe, you can send her to your hideout and then be able to buy them all from her right there to start off with. Now for the ballista setup, it's a little different, not much. You're going to want to use the efficiency, whichever the hell that's pronounced. Chance to Poison. We're going to take the Pierce out and put in our Vicious Projectiles. Void Manipulation, Ballista Totem, and Toxic Rain. Now we're going to be doing even more damage. Alright. So now that we got the right side done, we're going to pop over to the left side. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another drink. Alright, folks, we're back. And we are in Act 2, Toxic Rain leveling for working up a Raider for Kinetic Blast for 5-way carries. So, we are just pushing on. Here we go. Off we are. We're on the left side of Act 2 now.
My mana is gone.
We're most likely going to keep Quill Rain throughout the whole leveling process just because of how fast attack speed it is. I might switch up and go for more damage, I'm not sure yet. But you can generally, with Toxic Rain leveling, keep Quill Rain the whole time. Oh, you know what I don't have? Is a movement speed skill that can jump gaps. I need to get one of those. So let's do a quick portal. We'll jump back to the hideout and grab Blink Arrow.
Hail, Godslayer.
There we go. Much better. Now we're shooting for level 22 to be able to put on a Paraxis Ring. We need to find the waypoint first. There we go. And then we can go up. Well, see, that's the debate. A lot of people rush and then they get through the axe, and by the time they're done with the axe, they're having to level in Blood Aqueducts before they can do maps because they don't have enough levels. So for me, I like to just kill everything that's on the way through where I'm walking. Like, I don't go out of my way to run to the sides and kill everything. But I will kill everything that is on my path. Oh, excuse me, I had to yawn. That way, as you're going through the axe, you're not getting stuck at the end of Act 10 at level like 59 or 60, and then you're stuck in Blood Aqueducts going, oh, I gotta sit there and level in Blood Aqueducts for 2 hours.
My mana is gone. Do some good for once in your sorry life, bandit. Feed the worms.
So everything that comes on my screen, I kill. That way, by the end of the time, I usually ended it pretty good, and I'm like 68 by the time I'm done with it, Act 10. So. I find it most comfortable to be 66, 68 when starting maps. Some people go ahead and hit 68, 70 when they start maps so they can get most of their pieces of gear on. 72 is like what you need to get most gems on, besides some of the higher level awakened gems. But if you're just buying all your level gems, like for a new build, say you lose toxic, like me, I'm using Toxic Rain to level, but I'm going to go to Kinetic Blast later, so I'm going to want to be like level 70, I think 78, 82 for all my Awakened gems to put on. So I'm going to hit I'm going to hit the axe at about probably 68, 70, and then level through regular breach stones to 80, and then hit pure breach stones for 82 to be able to put on my awakened gems. But now that's an advanced player's like kind of start for it, because I mean if you don't have a lot of currency, it's hard to do that. So we're going to do Weavers first, and then we'll come back and kill Alira.
My mana is gone.
Now, if you guys would like to stop by and check us out, check out my guild, see if we might be a fit for it if you're looking for a guild for Path of Exile and looking for good players to learn from, how to generate currency, how to make builds, how to correct builds, how to level faster, how to do a whole bunch of slew of things in Path of Exile if you're a new player or if you're a veteran player returning. I'm going to post a link to our Discord. Feel free to join us and come hang out with us, and then we can get you added into the guild, and you can learn from us and grow with us as we grow our guild. We got about a 250 person guild already, but we always have room to add from our inactive list new active folks looking to learn more about Discord or about PoE and game with us and want to hang out with us. When you join the Discord, make sure, however, that you join it and you read the message that pops up. So you select the rank reactions channel and react to the proper channels to unlock the channels to see in the Discord, mainly the Path of Exile Discord channels, by reacting to the PoE picture, so that way you can see the Path of Exile channels. So just a little verbiage there for anyone looking for a home and looking to grow in their Path of Exile experience. As you can see, Toxic Rain, easy as anything to level with. Now we'll go over here and kill Lyra.
The King of Rats, Creighton, dead. I hate to pluck a flower, even a poisonous one like you.
And then we got to go down and take care of the opening to Act 1. Then we can port back.
Dioria. Return.
There, I am sure. Keep your wits.
I gave the piety go.
Alright, onward to the wetlands to open up the passage. If you're just joining us, we're just doing a Toxic Rain leveling of a ranger. Going to be going KB for 5-way headhunter carries later on. Ooh, it tickled.
I have one eye, Dad.
Ah. No. Oh, nice. Welcome to Discord. I'll double check your rank here in just a second to make sure you got access to everything. Ah. Yeah, we generally have 5 to 20 people on Discord at any given time during the day, and at night. Our nighttime is generally a lot more folks on. We're mainly a North American based, but we have a lot of European folks also, and some Australians.
This shouldn't be happening. Not in the world I know.
Go back and grab my ring, so that way the mana cost reduction of Toxic Rain. Whoops, where was that? There it is. Alright, we're going to wrap up this act, and then after this act we're going to take a short break. It's been a couple hours. Yeah, you can reset your tree whenever you need to. It's just, like I said, you get some points here from doing the side quests that don't allocate passive skill tree points. There'll be side quests along in the acts that will give you refund points. And then... oh, excuse me. Now it'll give you those refund points. to be able to correct any mistakes. Plus, if you have any regrets, you can get those and utilize them to refund and change your passive skill tree. Yeah. Alright, the Act 2 boss. we go. Easy, easy.
Spread the word amongst your kind, Nightmare. You're not welcome in my world.
Alright, so that's going to conclude it for right now. We're going to stop there today. We're going to come back later on. I'm going to take a break and then we'll come back later on with some more leveling of this Ranger. Thanks so much for watching. For everybody that subscribed, thanks so much. For everybody that follows, thanks so much. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Like I said, feel free to join the Discord there, linked in the chat. You can hop in, chat with us, maybe even join the guild for Path of Exile. We'll get you added in there. You can learn from our experienced officers and members on how to improve your game, improve your playstyle, or just join us for mapping, play, and generation of good times. So, as always, have a good time out there. Thanks so much. Enjoy your gameplay. This is Chico Swavey saying be safe. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.